Welcome to the podcast for G's only. For G's only. And it's for all women who's at the C-suite level. CEO. And we coming your way to share our stories in leadership. So we walking the walk, talking the talk, being the boss lady. Welcome to the C-suite, where we help build women leadership and how to be the boss lady. So welcome to the C-suite. So let's talk about being a CEO.
Welcome to She Suite's podcast with your host, Jodi Hood. This is a place where She Suite executives laugh, cry, we thrive and we survive, and we compare unfiltered realities that our male counterparts will never face. That's right, women in the suite. Now today we are going to talk about moving up. Sometimes to move out, you have to move out to move up. And the question to ask yourself is, how bad do you want it? Sometimes relocating is our best or our only option if we want to move up in the suite. Now, depending on your professional or your location, there may be a limited number of CEO jobs available, which means you have to keep an open mind concerning relocating. The decision to move from family and friends, to uproot your family, or to move to a place where you have no friends or no support can be daunting. For aspiring CEOs, moving out to move up might be your only option, as we've said. And what is the question? Ask yourself, how bad do I want it? Now, my little niece, my baby niece, just graduated this year, and she made a bold move to relocate to the opposite side of the country in order to follow her dream of being a CEO. She was elated when she got the job offer in her field, supply chain management, but it required that bold move. Now, listen, the perfect job opportunity may not always be conveniently located nearby. It could be thousands of miles away, even in a different country. Deciding whether to relocate for a job is a major decision that affects both your professional and personal life, and it involves many factors. I'm going to talk about some of those factors. The first one you need to consider is researching the city. Before making that big move, I recommend you visit that city with your family. Give yourself a chance to feel what the neighborhood feels like, what it looks like, and you need to find the place that perfectly suits your needs. Now, if you can't visit, that's not an option. I don't even have to tell my Gen Zs and my millennials. You already know what to do. You go online, you do that research, you read the guides, you check out the tourism websites, you look at the city's website, and you also look at community pages. Discover the attractions and how to become a part of that community. One crucial factor is the safety of the city. Now, living in a secure community is important. So you have to take time to understand the safety measures in place and consider investing in a home security system if you have to. Now, when you research the weather, remember this. When you research the area, remember to research the weather. If you are used to a warm and humid climate, moving to a northern location like Chicago may require some adjustment to the difference in climate. And honey, you're going to have to adapt, because here in Chicago, you are going to experience some below zero wind chills and plenty of snow. So you will definitely have to adapt. Now, the next thing that you want to consider is housing and commuting. Did you know that the average one-way commute in America is about 27.6 minutes? Yeah. So you start by researching the best neighborhoods, and then you read the reviews to make an informed decision. You want to consider the amenities in the communities in the area you're interested in and compare the commute times to the best option. Baby, I'm telling you something. My baby son, moved from Chicago to LA, and little did he know that LA traffic is a monster. So yeah, that was truly a deciding factor when he got his second apartment. So remember that you don't have to buy a house immediately either. Our family is one that we definitely encourage our younger ones to rent maybe a year or two and then go on and buy your own home. But when you move out of town, you need to be sure that you feel comfortable with that city. So you may want to consider short-term rentals. That'll give you a feel for the city before you make that investment. Now, my son who moved to LA, he a couple of years he just had to pay that high rent, but he realized because he's also an entertainer that he was out of town half the time and he's paying rent and he's not even there. So here recently he went into a short-term rental and that is really working for him. Now, you need to form a network. A reliable support system is incredibly important for your overall well being. Let me tell you what USA Today says. It emphasizes that the quality of your social relationships significantly impacts your happiness. All right. So, nurturing your connections with others can enhance your overall sense of joy. Alrighty, so it's crucial. You got to maintain relationships, especially during the potentially stressful period when you have a support system. It's really vital. So maintain those relationships from home. You know what to do. You're going to FaceTime and what is it, TikTok and all of those good things to stay connected. Now, when you are a new employee, and you are also a new city resident, it's crucial that you reach out to future coworkers and start making those connections. There are many ways to connect, and you know this, and to you must do that though to expand your network. Now, moving is hard, but you have to have communities to support you. This is a very stressful time in your life, and having a support system will make it a little easier. Now, another thing you need to consider when relocating is understanding the cost of living. When you're preparing to move to a new location, it's essential to research the cost of living in the area. Why? Because it may be more affordable than where you live now, or maybe more expensive. And in the cases where it's more expensive, some companies, they will make adjustments to your salary. It's not always guaranteed, but it could happen and doesn't hurt to ask, right? Now, maintain your work-life well-being balance. Focusing on community aspects of a city and the neighborhood you want to live in is crucial for comfortable living. Alrighty? Don't just limit it to your social circle and your social circle to your coworkers. You got to have a balanced life. That's very, very important. So you better take charge of your weekends by engaging in recreational activities. Utilize wellness facilities in that area. Whether you're taking a nature walk or swimming laps in a community pool, make sure you take time from the office for a couple of days to recharge. Now, we know it's difficult. It might be a daunting task, but you have to prepare for the unknown. Planning for the actual physical relocation is just one task. You have to also take steps to prepare emotionally for the adventure and new life. The new life you're about to start. I know my niece, we thought we were prepared, but when my sister dropped her off at the airport, my niece is crying all the way to the gate. And I don't know if she intentionally left something in the car, but my sister said, "Oh, you left your water bottle." She's running through the airport. I said, "Oh my God, I bet you that would look like a movie." But in any case, you have to prepare emotionally. So settling into the new city, they say it can take about 6 to 12 months. That's like a half year to a year. And during that time, you probably are going to experience ups and downs. But if you take time to prepare, keep yourself organized, and plan for the unexpected, whether it's emotional or financial relocating to a new city for a job can be one of the best decisions that you've made in your life. Now, there are pros and cons to consider. Alrighty, and here they are. Here are the pros. You have an opportunity to advance your career. Yay! You can have a fresh start in a new area. How refreshing. You can learn more about yourself. And some employees, they'll pay for their relocation. And exploring a new city can be so adventurous. Now, here are the cons. Moving is stressful. Y'all know that. It could cost you a lot of money. And you may not like the place where you move. And lastly, you have to rebuild your social circle and community. That's not always easy. But before making the decision, it's crucial to thoroughly research the location, weigh the pros and cons, and consider the short and long-term impacts on your career and personal life. And make sure that if you're uprooting your family, that you allow them to weigh in. Yep, sometimes you have to move out to move up, but ask yourself, how bad do you want it? And for most people, it's going to be, I want it bad. Alrighty, people. That brings our podcast to a close. And you know what I'm going to say? Like me on Facebook. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Dr. Jodi Easterling Hood. Or subscribe or subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Jodi Hood. Until next time, what are we going to do? We're going to keep walking the walk, and we're going to keep talking the talk. And we have a message for the men in the C-suite. You just better get ready because the she-suites are coming at ya. Until next time.